to be part of this historic
What a
event.
treat. Playing aside, tournament aside, what a treat it's been for the players to be on a little piece of paradise on planet Earth for the last week.
Absolutely, I've just literally just come out of the sea. Just had to have a quick dip and, pretty much already dry, but the island is just absolutely beautiful. And the hospitality is obviously amazing, but to enjoy the resort while playing the sport you love, that doesn't come around every day.
Absolutely. Not like we've said before, James, not a bad place to get eliminated in a tournament.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, and I think for a lot of the players, bittersweet, but the bitter part short-lived, because they find themselves on the beach or enjoying the facilities here at the resort, the Ravanala attitude. And also, they get to see some of the giants in pool, like Chris Milling, for example.
Absolutely, and what an amazing match that was yesterday. An absolute thriller, and Caesar managed to come through that shootout against Chris Melling.
Look at Erin Lazarus. Just sorry to cut your word there, Kaki. Look at Erin Lazarus from South Africa. Did you know that she is the current women's national champion for black ball pool in South Africa? And we've got a phenomenal field of women players in South Africa, particularly in black ball. They've won a couple of gold medals at the World Champs as well, a couple of years in a row. So, she's coming from good stock of players.
Absolutely.
And South Africa definitely very, very happy to see their Erin Lazarus.
And she showed that talent yesterday. She went 3-0 behind. I was commentating on that as well. And she managed to turn around and take 5 on the bounce. It was incredible.
Absolutely. And no different this morning in that semi-final against Kisake Marion from Uganda. Erin was 4-1 down, winning that match 5-4.
And I must say, this is the most at ease I've seen her throughout the championship. So I would like to turn around and say she looks really focused for today.
Yeah.
There's always nervy and edgy trying to get into the final. Everybody's up for the same spot. Everybody wants the same prize, but you have to turn around and deliver, and she did. And now she's got an amazing opponent as well.
She's
Talked
got an
about
amazing
with Claudia.
Yeah.
This is going to be an amazing match. It's been a great standard from all the players, even for players that have had to turn around and change some of their normal games, as you've said.
And the TV table has definitely gotten better action in the last 2 days as compared to the first 2 days in the tournament, as the players calibrated more to the conditions.
Yes.
Oh, she did certainly try there. I wonder if the gap is big enough for the cue ball to squeeze in. Erin will be checking that out. I mean, if the stalemate is there, that's something she would potentially call. But I think there's enough of a gap there for the cue ball. She obviously has the right to ask the ref to check. Yeah, and I think that's what she's going to do. She's just only asked him to check the snooker, which means the gap is there.
Yeah.
So, look, if the gap is there, Erin could sneak that cue ball in there. Or, she can go for it. Look, there was a lot of options for her there.
Yeah.
She could have made an attempt on it. Worst case scenario, gave away a free visit to her opponent. But from the layout on the table, the opponent's yellow is not that badly positioned for a run out either. So I think Erin playing the percentages here, not gonna just give away anything too easy. And I think opportunity given, she'd want the opponent to use the free visit to sort out that problem.
She had a similar scenario in a semi-final there, and I'm just sort of wondering whether that just popped up in her head, how she went attacking, because she got into a bit of a stalemate yesterday, and she obviously doesn't want to be dragging out those frames. She doesn't want to be going behind in this one. So it's bull by the horns today. Who's going to strike first in this final?
I mean, what would you do in a situation like this, black ball rules considered, James? I mean, I think it also depends on your pool personality, whether you're a more tentative player, a more safe player, a more attacking player.
For me, I would have attacked. Definitely, the last shot would have been a better position without, obviously, the yellows being in development. Now you're sort of pushing yourself to the boundaries where you're forcing yourself to have to go in attack mode.
Yeah. I mean, her opponent certainly has the opportunity now to go for game. Doesn't look like she's doing it, and I'm actually wondering if Claudia is playing the rules to her advantage, because any other player accustomed to the rules of black ball would have certainly used their free visit for now. But I think Jajali knows that she's in control of the table. She can force another error from Erin, and then use her opportunity now to just develop these balls a little bit more, wait for another free visit, and then play onto that ball.
Absolutely. Obviously, she's got the cover down in the bottom bag there, which kills off the black, leaving if Erin was to come to the table,
there we go,
with the red down, then she's got more work to do. So she's biding her time and putting the balls into position for the first frame. It's very tense affair, the first frame, as we all know. Everybody doesn't settle until you get your first frame on the board. So
yeah, that first frame jitters. And those of you joining us from Malaysia who are not familiar with black ball rules, in black ball rules, with your free visit, you can play any ball on the table, including the black. You may not pot the black, however, but you can pot any ball on the table, including your opponent's ball, with your free visit. So if Jajali is playing the rules to her advantage, she's waiting for her free visit now to do exactly that. The next time she comes to the table, all the yellows are open, and with that she should be the first one on the scoreboard. Really doesn't look like Erin can do much. Oh,
your favourite shot.
Oh, my favourite shot.
We're talking this week.
Was that a fair shot though? I think she clipped the yellow first.
It did look like it hit the other.
That was the shot. I mean, that was honestly the only shot percentage-wise. Erin knew she's not coming back to the table after this. Yeah, she got the yellow first. Yeah, that was the shot.
And those are difficult.
Yeah.
But I say again, forced into that position. We want to,
She could have done
that
a long time
earlier,
ago, given away a free visit by potting that ball, because that ball was in her way, and hopefully waited for a chance on the black if her opponent was not able to clear.
And when she had the second to last red, and instead of potting it, she could have played the cannon, kept the other red up on the table.
Yeah.
Dropped it down off the two cushions and given herself a shot at a long red. But this is all having to be made under the shot clock. It's not easy playing if you're not used to those shot clocks. The speed. So it catches people out. You got to be quick on your feet, but not rushed. And obviously the shot clocks, are needed in our sport, because the game is beautiful when it's played at speed.
Yes, and also
Otherwise,
when the
why would our viewers
rules,
want to tune in?
especially when the rules are applied the same way to everybody, you've got to have the shot clock, especially on matches where there is a time limit, like this one. As you can see, the match time running down there, just above the race to 5 on your screen. Just under 87 minutes remaining on the clock.
Claudia just composing herself here, making her decision. I'd like to see her take the confident shot to the top. Don't want to be making the cue ball do it in any of the work. We've seen a lot of the players miss, obviously, balls, to the middle. This obviously is pretty much unmissable, but you don't want to overpower it and end up screwing into the middle.
Tell me something, Kirky. You play a lot on the European circuits, eh?
Yes.
So tell me, and I know, let's say, with the possibility that I might sound a little bit stereotypical, when you get Asian participants in the tournament, is that feeling there like, oh my God, they're probably good?
They never leave any cue sport at all, do they?
No.
But we owe a massive credit to all of our Asian competitors.
They keep the standard high, eh?
Absolutely. Amazing with, off the backbone of, Ding Junhui and everybody else that, has been able to, inspire all these players. And now it's evolved through the snooker. We've got the amazing hay ball and so many more opportunities for all players around the world. But what a standard they play to. Don't see a lot of natural ability. I see a lot of coach players, so it's a lot of methodical.
Clinical.
Yeah, very much so.
She hasn't given herself the best of chances on the black, but look at that, beautifully done. There was the possibility of the cue ball scratching there, and she played that nicely.
Stun that with just a tiny bit side, just to widen the angle, but she looks good out there.
Yeah, and with that, Claudia from Malaysia, the first one on the scoreboard in this race to 5. You're watching the women's finals live from Mauritius, the Ravanala Attitude Hotel. We're on the final day, and bittersweet. Hey, Kirky, bittersweet. Everybody goes home tomorrow.
I know. And we just want to stay for another week, don't we? We wanted to run another tournament, but unfortunately this Commonwealth is coming to an end. And we are excited to find out who is going to be taking home that prestigious medal, the bragging rights and the title for the first ever Commonwealth Black Ball Championship. Nice, good split from Erin there with the cut break. Just made a ball into the side pocket.
Did you see her opponent in the semi-finals, Kisakie Marian from Uganda, employing the safety break against Erin? Erin, she was breaking from behind, hitting the cushion behind the rack first, catching the balls from behind. So was the first player at the tournament I've seen do that, Kisakie Marian.
Bringing the amazing Mark Williams snooker break into format, isn't it? She's in a good position to be able to take this out here now, but she's got to find the pattern. So she's got a couple of different options. She can play the yellow that's nearest to the middle red opposite the black there. She can use that to hold on to the angle if she wants to, and then she can come down and take out these two bottom yellows, then come back up the table. Yesterday we've seen a lot of the white ball doing all the work around the table, and it's fine margins in cue sports, but you don't want to be letting that white run around especially in the final. You see that? Why I said that last shot there? She's straight on this yellow. She's giving herself a bit of work to do here.
The South Africans really look smart in their gear, though. Hey, Kirky.
Oh, absolutely. Do you know, I've been impressed with every single player with their attire, but the South Africans, it's that. I think it's that amazing yellowy gold.
Yeah, the green and gold. The green and gold. It really looks good. I know the Australians also have a green and gold, or a gold and green, I think. But South Africa, green and gold, yeah.
Very elegant.
I'm Lenyukta Chetty, and with me in commentary is James Kirk from Guernsey. And we'd love for you to please share the link to the stream to your social media platforms. It's wpalive.tv. Currently, the finals in all 4 categories in the women's division, all 4 disciplines for the women, is being played, and all those feeds are live on wpalive.tv, powered by 4 Sense.
Oh, she's gone in off.
That's like kicking yourself in the gut. Hey,
It is. You know, I hate to be the commentator's curse there, but it was all about shot selection there. I think the very first shot put her out of position, and she was chasing to get back in.
Yeah.
If she had taken the yellow and held on the red, she would have played the yellow to the exact same 2 pockets that she's done, but then she could have had 2 options. The first one being to glide off that side rail, which would have just drifted beautifully into the top of the table. If she comes short, she's got the yellow in the middle of the table. If she ends up where she wants to be, she's got her worst ball on the top cushion taken out.
But I mean, you know, those kind of scratches on a shot, they like happen from nowhere, and you're standing there as a player, and you're like, seriously, like, you know,
it's lack of concentration. You know, you often forget the natural potting angle there. You know, again, you just want to be keeping the white on the string, as we see from Claudia, very composed in her first frame. She definitely, I would have to say, looks at this moment the more solid of the 2. She doesn't want to be moving that white. You can clearly see she's really thinking about her patterns. She's targeting this little difficult red behind the other red, because otherwise, I don't know, I say difficult, it would be a bit of a difficult plant. So it's one of these where she's got to make a decision where she screws back or she follows through. But she follows through, she must go through cleanly.
And
she wants to get up. There we go, beautiful.
That Claudia is wearing much bigger diameter than we usually see by 7-foot table players. I think she's playing with the American set.
Yeah.
Just look at that. I mean, I could be wrong, but it certainly looks like she's playing with American cues.
Yeah.
Well, American pool cues. You'll see the difference in diameter on tip when Erin Lazarus comes to the table.
Obviously, the great advantage when using the bigger tips in pool is you actually get quite a very clean strike. It may be a bit more difficult to manoeuvre the white with your screw back, but you get a very solid hit.
Or maybe that's a snooker cue that she's
I think
using.
she's playing with a 9.5 there. It looks like possibly 9.5, maybe a 10.
No, I don't think 10, maybe 9.5, and I think that might be a snooker cue that she's using, which I wouldn't be surprised about. Yeah, because snooker's quite a big game in Malaysia, huge game in Malaysia. Well, we say snooker cue tongue in cheek. I mean, whatever you're comfortable with, I guess.
Yeah, well, I used my
Whatever
snooker cue in
broomstick
the
you
event,
choose.
so, unfortunately.
Yeah, Claudia Jajali from Malaysia looking awfully comfortable
Yeah, very
on the
composed.
7-foot table.
Now, want to see her stay down on this shot. We were talking yesterday and all week about body movement. But she's been very solid, so we want to see her go right through the white here. Yeah, you can see that shaft. It's thick, isn't it?
It is, it is. You don't see that often. Not the average 7-foot players, 7-foot table players diameter choice for this game.
Yeah.
They like the thinner, more tapered cues, smaller tip diameter. Gives them, the more experience you are, of course, more accuracy they get
Absolutely.
on the
I
on the
play
cue
with an
ball.
8.4 myself for,
Yeah.
for pool, and it's 9.5 for snooker. Obviously, in the American pool, we've obviously got the pros playing as low as 11.5.
Yeah,
11.5.
in Chinese as well, we use 10 to 12 moles.
And Claudia takes that second frame. She's going to be feeling absolutely amazing inside. Very solid there, Lenny. Both frames. First frame, she was very calculated in her position. She's not going to give anything to Erin.
No,
So
and
if
she would have
Erin
done her
wants
homework.
this, she's going to absolutely.
Claudia is a professional player, I believe, and she would have done her homework on Erin, and she would know that Erin is the reigning South African women's champion. So, yeah, not going to underestimate her. We saw that in the first frame. She bided her time and waited for the right moment to strike.
Absolutely. And it's so fine margins when you look back at that. You've seen Erin play the right pot in the end, but just let herself down with that, falling out of position. Instead of going through the ball, she ended up coming back. She left the natural in off. Unfortunately, didn't spot that. But here we go into the third frame at Claudia to break, and she goes in off. Now, what can Erin make
And
out
look
of
at
this
the
situation?
split. Look at the split on that. The reds are looking good there. Kirky, at first glance, the reds are looking awfully good. Should Erin choose to go that route?
Yep. Definitely decision time.
And when the pressure's on you, it's so difficult to even make the simple choice of which color to play.
It
Hey?
is,
It
yeah.
seems
Sometimes
like
it just
such a tough choice to
look as
make.
both as beautiful as
Yeah.
each other. So again, with that shot clock, it can sometimes just catch you out, and you play the one shot, and then you say to yourself, "Why did I play that? Why did I choose that colour?" But there's no right or wrong. If it works, it works.
Erin tried to open up the gap there, but I'm not quite sure what she was hoping to achieve with that shot. Is she trying to go for red? Was she trying to set up for yellow?
I think she
I'm
was
not
trying
sure.
to contain the reds there. It's a bit of an unorthodox shot, that. Again, trying to keep
And I think
control of the reds.
she
but
lost the white ball there. Now she's forced to play a safety. How safe that is going to be, I don't know, because the yellows are open as well. And Claudia definitely got a shot on yellow here for the corner.
Absolutely. I mean, all of the yellows can be made.
Oh, there's nothing worse, Kirky, nothing worse. They're not using that free shot to the best of your ability.
Yeah, you've got to take the upper hand. Use the rules to your advantage. This will be interesting after this shot. Once we open up the opportunity to Erin, now we're going to see what she's got planning after her last shot. She must have a thought process in mind of what she wants to create out of this frame. And as you join us live on the air, we'll be trying to bring you the best of the action from Mauritius. She's electing to go for the Reds here. Beautiful scenes there, watching her focused on the shot.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Amazing media quality we've had for this tournament.
What's the standard like in Europe when you have tournaments and championships in terms of coverage, Kirky?
Oh, the adaptation of the internet now has just made it so free-flowing for media coverage. I think that all parties do an amazing job and also create their own little feel. So it's just each entity brings something special to the table. I would say
in terms of production.
Yeah.
Do you see this kind of standard often in European circuits in terms of coverage, media coverage of tournaments?
I have to say, not at this
level.
Not at this standard.
Yeah, and I'm sure I don't know if
we've been spoiled.
Yeah.
We've been spoiled.
Yeah, we have been spoiled.
although I have to turn around and give full credit to Ultimate Pool for the last event in Bolton. That is what was the best tournament that many of us have been to. But here at the WPA, this is just something on a new level.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's because, so many sponsors came to the party, and you'd see whatever code you're watching, the sponsors loud and proudly displayed on the screens around the table, because they really came out. They really came out, did their most to make all of this possible. And of course, all the volunteers behind the scene working tirelessly for months now, day in, day out, to make sure everything goes smoothly.
We've got all the camera angles, all the camera setups, the billboards, again, the electronics. It's just amazing, and the lighting set out. You just feel on top of the world, just being a competitor.
You feel special. Yeah,
yes,
you feel special.
Absolutely. When you put it all together.
Like, all of this for me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Your referees who's doing an absolutely
gift
amazing
bags
job.
and food and pretty much red carpet treatment all the way for the players.
Absolutely. And I was just about to purchase another Tawam chalk, so I was very, very, very privileged to have a couple of blocks.
Not one but two.
Two. We had an amazing
and the Tawam chalk doesn't come cheap.
All the things in there were absolutely amazing. So thank you very much, Tawam, for supplying our amazing goodie bag. All the players received various little gifts in there: Tawam chalks, pouch.
Beanie, stickers, badges.
We had the amazing, lovely brooch pin as well.
Yeah,
from Mauritius.
Yes, that was sweet.
And the Commonwealth attendance.
And you know what, guys? At the end of today, after the medal ceremony, every single player is going to get a little dodo plushie. made especially for the tournament mascot. Every single player will be leaving with one of those plushes. So I think they're going to be so happy when they receive that. Really looking forward to seeing their faces later when they get that plushie.
I think normally players don't value obviously attendance awards, but I have to say that, and I usually have that perspective myself, but I will be changing it for this outlet because any memorabilia to tell you that you were part of history. And for everyone that missed out, you know where you need to be.
Yeah. Register with the IOC aligned disciplines in your country. So the next time an opportunity like this comes around, you're first in line.
Yes.
And with the success of this tournament, I'm sure we're going to see billiards in the main Commonwealth Games. Oh, nice try there from Claudia.
Very attacking there. She gets through the ball so cleanly. It's beautiful to see. Okay, she did rattle it, but it was definitely on target. She's sending a message here to Erin. She's saying, I'm not going to get tied up. I'm going to play the tactics. I'm going to play the percentages, but I'm not going to get dragged down. So Erin's going to have to.
You know what?
Really think.
Let me tell you, I've had the pleasure of seeing Erin play quite a lot over the years, being from South Africa myself. Erin is very smart, and when she's zoned in, she's quite a wonder to watch, and I would love to see her play a lot more positive pool.
Yes.
The rolling and stuff, it's not bringing out her best. She's got to attack those situations when they arise and just trust in her ability.
Yes, absolutely. I was coming on a semi-final as well, and I mentioned about that yesterday. It can be the downfall of your game, and Claudia's aware.
Look at that! Look at that! Yes, nice. Man. Yes, that's beautiful.
That's the more confident shots that we want to see.
Yes, that's shot making, and Erin is clever like that.
Yeah,
clever like that.
She's got the game. She knows how to do it.
She knows exactly.
And what I was going to say there was Claudia knows that exact concept that you just spoke about, Erin. She's aware of it, and that's why she knows that she can take the upper hand if she plays that sort of game. So she's keeping her away.
Tight.
She's
keeping her tight.
Yeah, she's keeping her away from putting herself in that position, tightening down the hatches, as we say.
On this kind of platform, it's the final of the Commonwealth Games for billiards, and you're getting to the table now, you're reading the table, and you're like, do I attack, do I play tentative, do I attack, do I play safe? And it's a huge choice to make, especially when you have both those type of games at your disposal.
I think that obviously when you come down to a final, it's time to let the arm go.
Yeah, and I think, and it's exactly that cost Kisekia Marian her spot in this final, because she played too safe against Erin.
Yeah.
She played way too safe, and she's got an amazing putting game. We saw her do some impressive stuff on the table over the tournament. For some reason, she just was not playing the A game.
Yeah.
Marian from Uganda, and 4-1 up on Erin. Erin wins 5-4, and here's Erin now. All because a player didn't play their A game.
Yeah. And you've got to be very careful, because this quality of standard players in this tournament, that one style of play is not, like you said, it's not going to win you multiple championships.
No.
It's that final yellow just before. She could have played that more confidently. She could have stunned below the red. That's what I would like to see her.
Was
rather
that a
than
foul? Was that a foul? Did the cue ball touch the cushion? I think the ref went to go check it out. We'll be able to hear now. Let's just wait. Maybe an action replay on that shot would be great, if possible.
I think we're just working on it now.
Ball in hand. No. No, she's playing from where the ball lays. It wasn't a foul. I think the cue ball made contact with the cushion there.
Well controlled. So, decision time. Pick a position where you want that white. Don't want to be stunning into this red. You don't want to be creating any false errors, but she also doesn't want to be drifting towards that middle. So just a nice controlled. She'll come through the gap.
Uh-oh.
There we are. So, well, it's a bit,
Wait, yeah, I mean the cut is on.
Hit, but
yeah.
she's got the middle.
She's definitely got the middle. You know, and once again,
with the red being as well in the way, she can play the reassuring shot if she doesn't want to stun it in. She can play on the middle of the ball and avoid the in-off. She's going to just be wanting to settle herself down because she wants to get on the scoreboard desperately. There we are, beautiful.
oh, Erin Lazarus on the scoreboard. Finally, Chajali Claudia leads 2-1. So in the a lot of the Asian cultures, you say the surname of the player first. That's what we say, Chajali Claudia, even though Claudia is her calling name.
Obviously, we have the referees calling out the countries for the players.
36 nations at this tournament. Huh?
Absolutely amazing. More to come.
So beautiful. So beautiful.
That was a nice shot. You just see there how just she about to play that confidence.
For a second there, it looked like that 8 ball wasn't going to go. Maybe bounce back off into the table from that draw, but it went. Erin is probably very happy with that.
Makes a big difference when you can just follow through.
Yeah.
Instead of having to screw balls, we talked a lot this week of the players missing to the middles, misjudging. She's made a ball to the middle. The yellow, she almost made 2. Now immediately we've got a little problem there. We've got 1 yellow tied up with the 2 reds. See there, they didn't come away. So there's going to have to be a cannon.
Yeah, open table for Erin now. She's going to have to decide which color group she wants to take. And she's going for red. Red in play. Now
she played the cannon. That was confident.
Yeah.
Like that. I
yes.
like that.
Now
and
that's the Erin I know.
To potentially move them now with this one off the bottom rail. She may elect to play another cannon. I wonder if she will after she played that confidently.
I certainly think that she will because she is that kind of player. She'll use that cushion now to develop those 2 a little bit more.
Amazing what one frame will do for you.
Where are they hearing us from?
30 seconds.
So actually controlled that Erin. Red top side rail. She can use it to give herself the natural angle to draw back down to the middle.
Yeah, I wonder if she can go. I think maybe to go left corner pocket first, then play the right corner pocket, then middle ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling on there. Just keeping the patterns short and simple. We want just dot to dot. We often see the best finishes or the most boring, but they're made to look simple. So you can use the yellows here to run in. She doesn't need to flick side and
she's got
potentially run down past the black. You don't want to see herself sneaking there. She can use herself to hold, and then she can always potentially drop the middle red in and take it to the top bag on the left hand side of your screens.
The black also passes into the pocket where the yellow is on the center. I really thought she might go the way of using that two yellows on the other side of the table to stop the white.
Exactly. She could have just dropped the red in and then have it to the top. I mean, she's still in position, but again, it's not the right or wrong shot. It's just you're giving more of the work of the white ball here. So
and now she's potentially forced to come 3 cushions for the black.
Now, exactly. 3 cushions now. She's also got to play with running side to widen the angle, because she needs to get onto this to put it into either the bottom right pocket would be the first initial. Obviously it would go into the middle as a second cushion. Again.
Pace. Idea certainly there. But she also played that tentatively, and not like as positive as I'm used to seeing her do it.
She stunned it instead of using the running side there. You want to glide into areas. It would have been quite an easy shot. Again, she had assurance. If she overran, the black went to the middle. But now, she's put herself in a bit of trouble.
30 seconds.
And she's forced into putting on a bit of side here as well. Yeah. If she didn't put the side, she wouldn't have got near the potential potting angle as well. She couldn't come the other way because it was going to offer no vantage. And what can Vidya make of Erin's mistake there to let her back at the table? Look at that beautiful stance cue action from Claudia. Many hours have been spent there.
Yep.
And they've paid off. I'd love to see a player with the all-round, especially when the stance is right and you can see that elbow running cleanly down the line of the shot.
It is certainly a thing of beauty. A beautiful stance, a beautiful cue action.
Most viewers will be able to see the difference between the players. Noticed Erin yesterday stays with her chin off the cue at times. Doesn't really come that low. Obviously, can be played like that. Obviously, you do get benefits of the fundamentals, and the chin on the cue creates that stability,
30 seconds.
especially when the players have to play the squeeze shots. The amazing screwbacks that all competitors love to play and spectators love to see.
Certainly looking like an easy finish now for Claudia.
Again, just keeping it simple, just coming off the rail. There's no need to stun down. It's just plain ball here. It's going to run to the natural angle. She'll be perfectly positioned to take the yellow into the bottom corner, leaving her on this exact same yellow to the same pocket. So lovely loop bridge there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's your American pool player, hey, with their loop bridge.
Yeah. And she's so confident, as you can see there. She played the right shot. Yes, there's a bit of distance, but there's no real distance at this level. This is standard. And she left that beautiful angle, as we can see that she's going to run straight past the yellow.
If you're accustomed to the 9-foot and 11-foot table, this is nothing.
Absolutely. She's just taking her time just to compose herself. She's not worried. She's looking very confident and very good out there. Look at that solid bridge hand from Claudia.
Yes.
And it pays dividends there. Look at that. Again, what
Simple.
a perfect, simple execution right there. Again, no side needed. Timely miss from Claudia. You can see her in her seat. She's very composed, but she didn't like that little miss. It was a little lacking concentration. The cueing's very, very good. A stance, a technique. Just a minor lapse. That's all it was. That's a nice shot from Erin to come out.
Yeah, that's the positive cueing from her.
Absolutely.
It serves her so well when she just does what she does.
Obviously, she's got a little bit hampered, but she needed that angle to be able to get onto that yellow. So nothing for players of this caliber. She made sure to draw back, clear the area. Now she's got the natural angle. She can just play it with a touch of run inside.
30 seconds.
Right. She can just flick off the two cushions here to put the middle. She's electing to. Yeah, she still found the angle. Found the angle, even though cueing down on it. Stop the white, which is okay. And again, she's got the natural angle here. It's just end up to the black, so composure needed. You see herself taking her time.
Oh no. Oh no. All of that for nothing. Oh man.
Would like to know whether Erin plays bridge on the cushions all of her shots. She seems to prefer that.
30 seconds.
I haven't really noticed.
Over the loop bridge on the cushion.
Oh yeah, loop bridge is not a thing that you see often with black ball players. Well, not in South Africa anyway.
I'm referring to the traditional English loop bridge off the cushion, where we obviously have the closed fingers, otherwise known as a closed fingers bridge. We have all sorts of terminologies, don't we? American we call drawback, and it's the English screwback, but it all does the same. Claudia's got an amazing opportunity now to play the confident shot down the rail here, bring her nicely out into the angle. It's the shot to play, because otherwise the white would be doing all the work, running on and down the table. She doesn't want to be doing that, so. And she's going to stun it back with an element of safety. Yeah, amazing shot. She well thought about that one. She chose to not follow through and play the 2-in-1 shot. So she sacrificed accuracy, but got the snooker. Erin's in a bit of a different situation here now. However, she can find the angle here. She can potentially get this yellow close, or maybe even potentially pot it into the top corner. She's just got to find the angle here. Oh no, she's well off there. I was often talking in the last commentary session as well. I would like to see Erin stay down on her shots. The traditional 2-second rule, just allowing the cue to put the cue on line and not when you have it on the unwanted side, you know. And I'm not picking on you, Erin. You've done absolutely amazing, but you are under our spotlight. An amazing champion.
I'm sure when she goes back as well, you know, Erin is one of the players that came through the ranks as a junior in South Africa. came through the ranks, has, featured in all of our nationals, always podium finishes for Erin Lazarus, competes in the main tournaments in South Africa against male players as well. Yeah, but this is a medal tournament,
Yeah.
a medal world level type championship. It's a different thing, hey?
Absolutely. And it's one of the things being in the pundit box, but
Yeah, and I
don't
think, like I
mistake
was
that any
saying,
player always requires improvement. There's not just
yeah, but
you get
those
into a
things,
standard,
like you
isn't
said, she's getting up on her. You've noticed that she's getting up a lot on her shots.
Yeah.
I don't know her to play that way. She's usually quite a disciplined player, doing all those basics the way they should be
absolutely.
doing.
And it hasn't been on every shot as well. That's what I noticed. Like, we've seen her before, chin down on cue. But if we go back to some of her other shots from her other match, we've seen a good 6 to 8 inches on a couple of shots. We were talking very much with Spoo yesterday about consistency.
Yeah, what you're doing, Yeah.
Look at Claudia there, solid frame, solid setup, allowing Q to just
do the work.
and cleanly come through the white.
You're quite a fan of Claudia's form, hey?
I am absolutely a fan of any player that looks
The part.
the part.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
The
Did you
all
see?
round,
Did you
it's
see?
the footwork as well? It's the footwork. It's the bent hand. It's just beautiful. You see that nice shot there. How her cue is parallel to the table. She takes
And
it
even though it was
forward.
an easy shot, she still approached it with a certain level of respect.
Exactly.
Did you see Senzo Gumede from South Africa? Did you see his stance and his cueing? He played in a semi-final earlier today.
I unfortunately did miss that.
Oh, you missed it. Okay.
Well,
he's playing in the final.
Mauritius seaside.
Well, if you're available and you want to join me for the men's final, you'll get to see some beautiful stance and form from Senzo Gumede later in the final.
Absolutely.
Oh, that one cost her, hey?
You see, when it's times like that, I'd like to see again the cue drop parallel onto the cushion, and then therefore use the bridge. But Claudia taking that frame, and what an important frame that was.
She's on the hill now, right?
Yes. She's just gone out to compose herself.
Yeah, the players are entitled to a 5 to 10 minute intermission. So don't go anywhere. They'll be back right now. Yo.
I'm here with Mr. Doug Folks, referee. Doug, how have you found the tournament so far?
A lot of fun, yeah. It's good to see so many different disciplines all in one room, which is new for me. I referee snooker, and that's what I do. So to see the black ball and the hay ball and the 10 ball all together, it's interesting, yeah.
How were you selected to be a referee at such a prestigious tournament?
I was contacted in South Africa, where I stay, and was just asked if I'd like to come to Mauritius and do some refereeing. So.
Excellent. Obviously caught the eye of the right people. Now tell me, what is the best part about being a referee?
Erin coming to the table, looking to put a stop. Hold on Claudia. South Africa at the table to keep their dreams alive for the Commonwealth Games. All of our Malaysian spectators on the edge of their seats. So, executed. Making a ball off the break there as we come in for Erin to try and stop Claudia from in her tracks. We've got 32 minutes left on the match clock. Race to 5.
More than enough time.
Absolutely.
More than enough time, and I've seen Erin do it in the semi-final. 4-1 down, mountain to climb, and she did it. She did it. So she's definitely got the BMT
Absolutely.
to achieve it.
One in place.
Oh man. Some recovery now. That's a Chinese snooker.
Oh. Is she going to try and force herself across here? No, she's just going to drop it in. It looks like she's going to contain this pocket.
Oh, now does she have?
She might be able to get through to that, Lenny. She might have the angle.
I think she's
But the
got
thing is,
pushing angle
does that
there.
red past the yellow? I don't think it does. But it definitely will be able to hold the pocket. If it goes, she's in a better position. Again, you see there, you see the cue well above the chin there. It's very much a particular point of mine where I like to see players have the chin down on the cue to get the best of their control with their cueing arm. You don't want to have a pendulum that's just swinging. Again, what happened there is she tried to hold the white, hold the red there, but again, she then sacrificed. across along the road. That would be
Perfect.
perfect for her. She likes to play that shot, but she's decided to come down the table, and it's the difficult with this shot is you're always going to be leaving yourself high. You're going to get yourself a shot on it, but you're going to have to come up and down the table, so she's going to have to pull out another one now. Want to be very careful here as well. We do not want to get close to the potential left middle. So she's going to have to either take the 3 rails, or she's going to have to screw off one. Traditionally it would be the red, but she looks like she's going to try and hold it. She is. She's trying to hold. Sacrifice the pocket.
Uh-oh.
Will Claudia play the attacking shot? Will she take the yellow into the bottom left and develop that one on the side cushion? Or will she decide to go back into one final cage mode? She could potentially, if she wants to do that, she can use the side cushion yellow to then tuck in behind the next one. She might even be, she's tying up the black. This is
Oh, but Erin might have the angle.
Error. Yeah.
Erin
I thought she
might
was
have
going to
the
play onto the black there, but she decided to play the snooker.
I think Erin might have the angle to develop the black. Look at that.
I think that the best is to just roll this in now. Just come off dead weight. You want to sort of come in.
Yeah, the black is open.
Yeah,
the black is
come in
open.
line with
Yeah.
the same in the line with the yellow on the right hand rail as we see here. Anywhere on that line, she's good. Bit overhit there, bit overhit.
I thought she'd stop. Stop the cue ball on that yellow on the rail. Maybe she just couldn't. Maybe she didn't see that angle. This is blinding moments. So much of pressure on Erin Lazarus with the opponent just a point away from the win.
You can just see how her chin is off the cue here. Just watch how it affects the accuracy.
Oh,
Unfortunately, she didn't make the best of the opportunity.
Oh no.
Such a shame, but it's no gimme. This yellow will pass. And she decided to try and contain it, and Erin has been let
Gifted.
off the hook there.
Yeah, that's a gift.
Yeah.
That's a gift, Erin.
I don't think Claudia will be doing too many of those. Yeah, secures that for South Africa. A sigh of relief from South Africa.
And Erin Lazarus has got amazing support in the stands, both her parents here as well as some of her best friends in the game. So I'm sure they're all there just, using the universe as much as they can, summoning the universe to be on Erin's favor. And Erin very lucky to get as many chances as she did in that last frame.
Absolutely. And at this level, you don't get many chances. So when they do come around, you need to make sure you're executing them. So far, Claudia's only made one of those errors. The last one costing her the frame. So that defensive shot turned out to not be what she wanted in the end. So will we see her go back into the attacking mode that we've seen out of her? She's been very solid in the safety department as well. Not had to play a lot of safety, but she's been very containing.
Open table. Yeah, look at that.
She's got a lot option now. If she wants to go yellow, she can take this bottom yellow. She can develop into the cannon into the red and yellow. One good shot,
30 seconds.
and as they say, it could be all over.
Yellow play.
She just decided to not stun in and try and run round. And got cannon into the yellow there. And now that could actually throw the upper hand to Erin here because Claudia is fighting to get at pot. The yellow doesn't go sneak past the red to the middle. The other yellow's in the way.
I mean,
The top pocket, sorry.
I think she might, she could opt to just place this yellow here in front of those two reds. Probably her
she's
safest
having
bet.
no choice now to be defensive here.
And that's a good one.
That is
That's
actually
a better
good
one.
Still leaving
Yeah,
the yellow
open.
potable.
That's a good shot there. Good shot there from Jajali Claudia.